it's me, mayohosko, coming to you at 60 frames per second in 4K resolution. No sugar, no filler, just real whole egg, and welcome to my channel. Hello everybody, and welcome to the 12-year anniversary of mayohosko. On January 7th, 2013, I created my YouTube channel, and 12 years and 4 days later, I'm still here. I'm still making content because I've gone through the trials and tribulations of being a YouTuber over the past 12 years, and I am who I am right now. So hopefully we can get a lot of interaction today, and I'm just waiting for said interaction to come. And the first is by Brother from Another Brick. Welcome in, saying here to celebrate 12 years of mayohosko. And indeed, it is 12 years. Thanks for being here, BFab. I think I first heard about you in 2016, and I first watched your videos in 2018, I think. Because I'll actually tell you a story, BFab. It was in 2017 when we were watching a lot of the same videos together, and then it was the morning of a weekend where my family was going on vacation to the river. And before we left, you were on a live stream with Brigzar, and you were talking to Brigzar like you two were old friends. And now all three of us, 7 years later, have become old friends together. And I think that's when I first heard your voice. And so now here we are, 7 years after that. So yeah, so just for the record, whenever someone comes into the chat today, I probably have a story or two I can share about my interactions with said person, and that's what I'm going to try to do with everyone who comes into the chat today, because I want this to be a stream of remembrance type thing, because I have the memories with a lot, hundreds of people in the Lego community, some of which I have fostered good relationships with, and people I will never forget. Hello, Eric Hart. Welcome to the 12-year anniversary of my channel. So what I'll tell about Eric Hart is Eric Hart. I got to know him as someone who was commenting in the same live streams that I was watching, and then Eric Hart let me know that he has a collection of 9-volt trains, even though he's primarily a Star Wars collector. And so we actually once did a live stream together when we were talking about 9-volt trains. And to this day, even though I like 12-volt trains more than 9-volt trains, because with the 12-volt trains were kind of loosely modeled on actual model railways, and how you had automatic switches and sidings that had decoupling units and powered lights at the station, and they had that one automatic crossing with a sensor in between the tracks, where when the train ran across that sensor, the boom gates would go down at the crossing. That was super cool. And so they got away from that in the 9-volt era, which I was really disappointed with. But in my opinion, even though the 9-volt trains aren't as functional as 12-volt trains, objectively they look more beautiful, especially the Metroliner, which looks straight out of American Amtrak, which is why I think the Metroliner is my favorite Lego set of all time, because I've always gone up and debated with myself what is my favorite Lego set of all time. And eventually I kind of came to the conclusion, well, the Metroliner is my favorite train, and trains are my favorite theme. And I'm really sad that that Lego discontinued the train theme in the late 2000s. So I guess by default, if it's my favorite train and it's my favorite theme, then why wouldn't the Metroliner be my favorite set? That's the logic of how I came to my answer about that. Hello, Grumpy J. Welcome in. Thanks for everyone wishing me a happy anniversary. And so some of you guys have bought tickets to enter the giveaway, and we will be doing another live stream in 2 weeks at the end of the month, where we will announce the winner of the giveaway, and you can continue earning exclamation mark jars by being active in the chat, and then use those jars to buy exclamation mark tickets to enter the exclamation mark giveaway, and Streamlabs will randomly draw the winner from that. And if you're in one of the group chats that I'm in, then you have invites to come on to the panel, if you so choose to. So because of that, I'm going to screen share something. I'm going to go to Streamlabs, but before that, I need to log in. I need to log in to Streamlabs, and I don't want anyone seeing my Streamlabs account. Just loading up Streamlabs so that I can show you who has entered the giveaway so far. Hello, General Tron's Bricks. Thank you for subscribing yesterday. I got the notification that you subscribed. Eric says, I got you on a train if you want it. Send me a picture about that, because I'm not exactly sure what you mean by that. So I'm going to screenshot, share screen this now. I'm getting my terminology mixed up. So I want to go to CloudBot, and I want to go to giveaway. So we got 7 users who have entered the giveaway so far. So if you haven't entered the giveaway, you might want to buy tickets to enter the giveaway today. And as it stands, one of my viewers has a greater than 50% chance to win said giveaway. So you might want to be on the lookout for that. When we get people actually on the panel, I'm going to be moving stuff in my room, because I'm getting prepared to build an IKEA Billy bookcase in my room. Because if anyone saw the recent jungle live stream on the Cooking Cliff channel, I had a cameo where I was at IKEA buying the bookcase, and I need to put that together, but there's stuff in my room I have to move around before I put that together. Hello, Zizou. Says, congrats, Mayo, on your 60th anniversary of Paradisa Poolside Shenanigans. First of all, Paradisa is 32 years old, not 60. And second, it's my 12-year anniversary, and I'm only 24 years old, nowhere near 60. So because of that, we got to do that thing, if I can find it, We gotta do the thing.
Paradisa, sun is shining all day.
Yeah. So when we get people on the panel, I'll turn on my camera because I don't want to do anything, as in stepping away from the camera, until I can have a conversation with people that aren't the chat. Because this is what my room looks like right now. I've got drawers full of Lego that I want to do stuff with today. Hello, Dario. Not sure what set you're talking about. And hey, Dave. So yeah. So I've gone onto a story about BFAB. I've gone to a story about Eric. Also, hello, YOLO X, saying congrats on 12 years. So as people are rolling in, we just got a second wave of viewers. So I'll let everyone know that when I see people come into the comments today, come into the chat today, I'm going to give a brief story about my relationship with said people. So YOLO, I believe you were. So I believe that YOLO was another one of those people who I was watching live streams with, and then we got into talking together, and I realized that he is a mock builder like me, and he is a part of the Lego user group in Hawaii. And he's actually exhibited some of his mocks, a part of that lug, at the convention in Hawaii. And so I've gotten YOLO X onto some of my streams before, when we've both been building mocks. And a story about Grumpy J recently, and we've done some streams together in the past too. Recently, he said on one of his live streams that he used to have a transport company, a small scale transport company that he left to pursue something else, but he still has the logo on file from his old transport company. And I inquired about getting said logo from Grumpy J's old transport company because I think it would be a neat idea to build a mock of some kind of transportation vehicle and have that Grumpy J Transport be the logo on possibly some shipping containers or whatever, to have that competing against some of the Lego branded cargo companies in my Lego city whenever I get around to uploading more city updates. I only met a general a couple days ago, so we haven't fostered enough of a relationship for me to have a story since. I forget which stream we first saw each other on, General. So if you let me know about that, then that'll jog my memory. I've been so busy planning for the stuff I'm doing in celebration of 12 years that some things have escaped my mind this week. And Dario, I know the exact streams we first saw each other was on Brick Hive's Pure Rant Fury. And when I used to do the Real Whole Egg stream before my co-hosts retired from the program, and thus I retired from the program, and we are still looking for a new co-host of Real Whole Egg to reboot the Real Whole Egg live stream, I would always raid into Pure Rant Fury afterwards. And Dario and I were both viewers of Pure Rant Fury, and then we got into talking with each other, and then Dario eventually found me. And then Bob's your uncle, here we are right now. And the same story with Dave Brick 76. We were also viewers of Pure Rant Fury because Dave is a Lego Star Wars collector and Hive rants about a lot of things Star Wars and Lego Star Wars. And so I fostered a relationship a similar way as I did with Dario, but also Dave branched out into some of the other live streams that I watched, and we continued our conversations from there. And I've actually got Dave onto some of my streams in the past. And hello, Lego Team B. So because a Team B's up in here, we got to do the thing for Team B.
Are you afraid of bees? They're only insects after all. I wouldn't care if hundreds were swarming around. I'd just blow smoke and make them buzz off. Buzz, 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 retorted Duck.
What's the buzz?
So, how I met Team B is probably the most fascinating way I have ever established a relationship with anyone in the Lego community, and that's a bold claim, I admit. So, when I went to Brickworld Chicago 2023, I felt like a fish out of water. The only reason I went was because some of my friends peer pressured me to go, and some of those who peer pressured me were at the convention with me. So I got to hang around those people, and then I fostered new relationships after Brickworld Chicago 2023. Some of those relationships carried on to Brickworld Chicago 2024, and one of them was Lego Team B, because I'll tell you what. So it was one night, I think after one of the public days. I think it was after the Saturday public day at Brickworld Chicago 2023. And I was going to the vending machine, and Holly on Film was also going to the vending machine. And then I had a 10-minute conversation with Holly on Film because we're both Australian. This was before she moved to the US to pursue her social media career. And so after I finished talking with Holly on Film, of who was someone who exhibited one of the Barbie house mocks at Brickworld Chicago 2024, and I got a selfie with her and her Barbie dream house from Brickworld Chicago this year. So it was after I had that conversation with her last year, she actually introduced me to Lego Team B. And after that, I had another 10-minute conversation with Lego Team B. And we got to know each other. We got to know each other's YouTube channels. And we also went back to Brickworld Chicago this year. And we were both exhibitors this year at Brickworld Chicago. And out of everyone at Brickworld Chicago 2024, I probably spent the most time with Lego Team B, because as I was filming my vlogs about the convention, I would always pass by them because they were in the center of the hallway. They were in the center of the hall. I was on the perimeter of the hall. So when I needed to get my water bottle and charge my phone, etc., since I would have to go to the edge, I would always pass Team B coming in and out of the convention hall. And so we would always talk about Lego, and that helped broaden the amount of things that we still talk about today. And if it wasn't for Holly on Film, I wouldn't have ever met Team B. And then last year now, which technically was 11 months and 2 weeks ago, we were at Brickvention in Melbourne, Victoria, Australia, and they actually helped me change which phone my SIM card was in, because I got some dirt stuck in the charging port of my old iPhone 8, and thus I could not charge it. And so I had to switch use to my iPhone 13. And the only reason I bought my iPhone 13 is because my iPhone 8 was having really bad quality when I would go onto other people's live streams. And so I bought my iPhone 13 for the better quality camera and audio, not only to go onto other people's streams and film my own streams, but also so I could film videos in 4K resolution at 60 frames per second. And that was before I bought my Mac, of which I am streaming on right now. So I bought my iPhone 13 and my Mac 1 year apart. And so because I was having those technical difficulties at Brickvention, Christine from Lego Team Bean helped me because they use their earring. They use their earring to remove the SIM card from my iPhone 8 because the pin on their earring was small enough to fit into the slot where the SIM card was, and then help me transfer it into my iPhone 13 so that I could make telephone calls and use the internet. And so that I always remember because they saved my asshole. Because if they didn't help me out with that, then I wouldn't have known that I wasn't getting electric charge going into my iPhone 8, as well as the transfer of my SIM card. So when I got home from Brickvention, I went to the Apple store to see if someone at the Genius Bar could help me with it, and they discovered the reason why it wasn't getting electric contact is because there was grime in the charging port. And so, yeah, that's just a crazy story. And I think it's probably the craziest story that I've ever had with anyone in the Lego community, if I'm being honest. That might be a possibility towards the end of the stream if we can get people on the panel. So what happened to From Blocks to Mox is he is a landscaper, and he was steadily growing his landscaping company. And he, all of a sudden, one week, told me via DM that he got a contract with 3 properties in the Orlando area of Florida. And the work for those 3 contracts would be so much that he would need to hire employees to work for him to help out with his landscaping. So as a result of him chasing the dream with the prospect of greater work and greater income, he had to sacrifice co-hosting the Real Whole Egg live stream with me because he's chasing the American dream. About a month ago, I saw that he viewed one of my Instagram stories. So I then added him in one of my Instagram stories the same day, and he did not respond. So I firmly believe, much like some other people that I'm going to talk about today, I firmly believe because he's chasing the American dream that he has entered a Lego Dark Age. And he's not the only person who I suspect has also entered a Lego Dark Age. And I was on Hive's stream yesterday because right now he is building the two-door corner modular. And this is the weirdest thing that a lot of people have ever heard me say. But when I saw pictures of the two-door corner, I thought it's the most eclectic modular I've ever seen, more eclectic than the Parisian restaurant. And I like modulars that look eclectic, which is why the Parisian restaurant used to be my favorite modular. It's now my second favorite because of how eclectic the two-door corner looks. That's now my favorite. But it's a corner building, and by my own rules, I don't buy corners. I only buy straights. and I don't buy residential streets either, of which the Pet Shop modular from 2011 is, and what the bookshop from 2020 was. So that's why I did not buy the bookshop, even though that is a straight building. And so you can call me crazy or whatever, but even though it's my favorite, I am not going to be buying the two-door corner because it is a corner. And to the extent of a Lego fan and Lego collector I am, the only parts about modulars I like to modify are the roofs, because the roofs of Lego modulars as a mock builder in my Lego city have a lot of potential for vertical expansion. And so I don't like to change the footprint of the modulars. So some people have suggested, well, mayohosko, you say it's your favorite, but you don't buy corner buildings, so why don't you just modify it into a straight building? That was my answer. I just gave it. Yeah, Hive is no stranger to ranting about Len. And that's something I've talked about recently, is I'm getting kind of sick and tired of people complaining about Len. Not people, well, not LAN itself. I'm sick and tired of people complaining about LAN, and also people complaining about how sick and tired they are of LAN. And also I'm sick and tired of people who say they are sick and tired of people talking about LAN. That's why I've come to the conclusion that LAN is the conversation that keeps on giving. And not for the right reasons. My scheduled nap time is 3 a.m. tomorrow. And Seth's here. Thanks for wishing me happy anniversary. Now, Seth was a part of the Clicking Cliff friendship group. And most of my friends I know now are from the Clicking Cliff friendship group. So that is pretty self-explanatory. Same way I got to know Zisu was a part of the Clicking Cliff friendship group. I refilled my water bottle before this stream. And that's a new name around here. Glitch Penguin, hello. Welcome to my 12-year anniversary stream. What's happening? Well, until we get people on the panel, I'm going to be talking about some of the memories I have with people who choose to watch this stream today, because over the past 12 years on YouTube, I have facilitated a lot of relationships with people in the Lego community. So we will not be physically touching any Lego until we get people on the panel. So if you are in the Jungle group chat on Instagram, you have the invitation to come on today's stream. Or if I have contact with you on Instagram and you would like to request to come onto the stream today, I might send you an invitation. Yeah. That's you got me thinking about that. Team B, whenever you get sig figs, we should trade sig figs, and I can get your sig figs to be employees at a phone repair store that might go next to a future Apple Store mock. Zisa says, Mayo, talk about meeting Johnny G, see if he's lurking. Well, I'll do the old Beetlejuice technique right now. Johnny G. See if he shows up. Or someone could tell Johnny that I'm live right now, and when he gets here, I'll play the Paradisa theme for him, because Johnny G really likes the Paradisa theme. And when Johnny G gets here, I'll talk about how I got to know Johnny G. General says, all I really have is my phone at the moment. I have an old Lenovo ThinkPad laptop that overheats after about 10 minutes of use on audio. That's the same problem I was having with my iPhone 8, which is why I upgraded to the iPhone 13 a couple years ago. Yeah, you definitely saved my asshole, Team Bean. Hello, Jelly Brick Builds. Nice to see you here. Not sure if you've viewed any of my live streams before, so it's good to see you here. And if anyone has any questions for me, I'm happy to answer them until we get people on the panel. And hello, Dino Hunter _10. Don't think I've seen you on any of my live streams before as well. Well, we're getting some new people today. That's nice to see. So if you are new to my live streams, please let me know if you're one of the recent subscribers to the mayohosko channel, because over the past 5 weeks or so, we've gotten 13 new subscribers, and I'm always gaining and losing subscribers. I'm gaining more than I'm losing, which is good in terms of the YouTube analytics. So if you are a new subscriber, let me know, because I gladly appreciate the time it took you to subscribe or to hit that subscribe button. I always like to see new blood into my little corner of the Lego community. As it says in the title, this is my 12-year anniversary on YouTube. So I've been doing YouTube for 12 years now. It says it in the title. So the SIG in SIGFIG is spelt with an S. So SIGFIG is an acronym. No, sorry. SIGFIG is an abbreviation. That's a conversation I might get into afterwards. So SIGFIG is an abbreviation for signature figure, and it was around the time when the Instagram generation of Lego YouTubers got onto YouTube, because in the early 2010s, that's when Flickr was at its peak, and Flickr users eventually moved to Instagram because Flickr was a social media platform where people could post pictures of their Lego. And then all of a sudden, people started doing that same thing on Instagram. And Instagram became a more popular social media for people posting pictures of their Lego. And there was an Instagram campaign in 2013, 2014 of a Lego YouTuber who was also on Instagram. They made a Lego map of the world where they would trade sig figs with people, or they would assemble people's sig figs and place their sig figs on a Lego world map. And it's a story that Briggsar told about 10 years ago, because his sig fig was one of those sig figs that was on that world map. I forget the name of the person who made it, but it was more than 10 years ago, so it's hard to remember some of that stuff. And because of that world map sig fig campaign, that's where a lot of Lego YouTubers found out about each other, was through that whole campaign. And so because of that campaign, other people decided to make a signature figure of themselves, where you take combinations of pieces to assemble a Lego minifigure, and you choose whatever parts and pieces you want that either resemble you as a person, like, or assembles you as how you want to be portrayed in Lego. So a bunch of people took parts and pieces that were meant to copy an actual self-portrait of themselves. Other people took parts and pieces from figures that they thought that was cool, combined that with parts and pieces from other figures which they thought was cool, and they combined them together as a representation of them in the LEGO community. Thus, sig figs were created. Not many people create sig figs anymore because that trend has been slowly dying since Adpocalypse in 2018. But I always pressure people to build a sig fig if they haven't done so already. I have actually convinced other people who have made their sig figs because I like trading sig figs with people at LEGO conventions. Hello, Haley Bricks. And hello, Cheap Ass Bricks. Nice to see you two here. So, yeah. So I'm not going to go into stories about some of the new beans, but I wanted to answer that question because there are some people in the LEGO community today who don't know what a sig fig is supposed to be. They just know of its existence. Some people don't even know of its existence. So I'll go into more stories. So how I met Cheap Ass Bricks is pretty straight up. I heard Briggsar talking about buying vintage Lego sets from Cheap Ass Bricks, and Briggsar mentioned that he was one of the co-hosts on the Hauling and Balling podcast. So because of that grapevine, I subscribed to Hauling and Balling, went back and binged watched every single episode of Hauling and Balling ever. Now I am a mod on the Hauling and Balling channel because I've watched every episode of Hauling and Balling ever, and I fostered fun relationships with Cheap Ass Bricks and also Ficken Bricks, who I've known about their name and for over 10 years and have thus fostered good relationships with. And that same story can be applied to Brick Revolution. Knew about their name 10 years ago, then got to know them when I became a viewer of Hauling and Balling, and now I've actually been to conventions with Ficken Bricks. And hopefully when I go to Brick Fair Virginia 2026, I'll be able to facilitate in-person relationships with Cheap Ass Bricks and Brick Revolution, like what I was able to facilitate with Ficken Bricks at the Brick World Chicago 2023. And Haley Bricks is someone who I've known for about 9 or so years because of the Hoosier Bricks grapevine. And then when I got to, I think it was after Adpocalypse, I realized that Haley Bricks uploaded videos. And Haley Bricks is one of those people that travels around a bunch of the conventions. So there's a whole bunch of storylines I could go off from there, but after I realized that Haley Bricks did a lot of stuff with Hoosier Bricks, which was another person who had a grapevine connection with Briggsar. You notice that because I've been watching Briggsar for 13 years now, a lot of people who I have known for over 10 years, I knew because of Briggsar. So there's a whole family tree of Lego YouTubers because of Briggsar, which is why I talk about Briggsar so much. Yeah, but people have heard me talking about that enough, haven't they? Yeah, and so probably my favorite thing I ever saw Haley do was doing that old Back to the Future Lego City. Yeah, Eric Hart, if you want to come onto the stream, I'd be happy to send you an invite. Is it through Facebook Messenger where we have our communications? Yeah, remind me about that. I think it's through Facebook Messenger. If you send me a message on there right now requesting an invite, I'll send you an invite. It'd probably be easier if you message me than if I message you, because you've probably gotten buried in my messages. Yes, Dino Hunter is a new subscriber, so thank you for subscribing. Well, I made no promises except if he arrives. So someone should tell him that I'm live right now and that I have a surprise for him if he shows up. And there he is, speak of the devil. See, I'm behind in chat. I'm 8 minutes behind in chat because I'm telling stories about people. So here is your surprise, Johnny.
Paradisa, paradisa, sun is shining all day.
Where am I? Yeah, here's Johnny. So my favorite Lego set, as I said earlier on in the stream before you got here, Haley, is I did post this of Elimination about a year ago. The Metroliner is my favorite Lego train, even though I preferred the 12-volt trains as a system over the 9-volt trains as a system. I think the 9-volt trains look more objectively beautiful because there were pieces in the 90s that weren't available in the 80s. And so I like how sleek the Metroliner looks, thus it's my favorite train. Trains are my favorite theme. And yes, cheap ass bricks, until the year 2007, trains were a theme. That's a reference to Hauling and Bowling, if you didn't know. So I did process of elimination. If the Metroliner is my favorite train, and if trains are my favorite theme, then the Metroliner statistically has to be my favorite set of all time. But my first Lego set that I can remember building was the iSat 5, which the 5 is V in Roman numerals. They actually use Roman numerals in the official name of that set. The iSat 5 from Ice Planet, which came out in 1993. And I've gone through this story a few times before. The reason I got into Lego is because I inherited the old Lego from my brother, who was born in the mid-80s. And so that's why I like Ice Planet and Blacktron, because I inherited my older half-brother's Ice Planet and Blacktron sets. The next set I can remember building was probably the Celestial Sled. And then after that was the Allied Avenger from Blacktron 2, which is why I'm super excited to buy the Blacktron 1 Renegade reimagining. Your sig fig might be expensive, cheap as, but my sig fig only cost $3 US. I do remember you from Chip's live stream because we've both been watching his streams over the past month. Well, I did it because you're here, Zissou. And for those who don't know, whenever Zissou comes in my chat, we always got to play that stinger for Zissou. I will go and get that invite for you right now. So I got to open StreamYard on my phone, so I can then copy paste the link and send it to Eric. Hey Eric, if you have your 9-volt trains out, that would be a real treat if you could show them if you could show them for me. And you actually just showed me you actually just sent me images of your Railway Express. I like the Railway Express from 1999 more than what I should. Because objectively, the Railway Express is an ugly looking train. And I'll actually go and show you images of the Lego Railway Express. Because it'd be more interesting than just staring at my blank screen. So I'll get the brick set listing for the Railway Express, which came out in 1999 as a part of the 9-volt trains. And 1999 was a year when Lego was not doing so hot, so get prepared to look at a rather an objectively ugly looking Lego train. I'll share the image from Bricklink. Look how ugly that train is. And just sent you the invitation, Eric. I'd love to see your Railway Express. Let's go. So General says, I've been watching YouTube for many years, but I only noticed Lego creators and streamers in the past 5-7 years. it was a very slow start into the Lego community. So you probably got into Lego YouTube when a lot of Lego YouTubers quit during the events of Adpocalypse. And if anyone doesn't know what Adpocalypse is, please let me know, and I'd be happy to give you an answer. And some people in the chat today, right now, actually lived through the events of Adpocalypse and survived Adpocalypse. I'm not going to Brick Fair, Virginia this year, but I do hope to go next year. And hello, Jay's Bucket. Says congrats on 12 years. Thanks, Jay. So a story about Jay's Bucket is it was about 2 months ago when I noticed that that Jay became friends with Clicking Cliff. So I'll just say right off the bat, I have two grapevines of how I got to know people. One was the Brigzar grapevine. The other was the Clicking Cliff grapevine. And so in the circle of friends and people I know that I talk to weekly and or monthly on social media, by far Brigzar and Clicking Cliff have the biggest family trees, so to speak. And so because of that, I started watching a lot of Jay's live streams. He actually did daily live streams in December building some of the Lego advent calendars. And so I tried to watch as many of his advent calendar streams as I could. And afterwards, Jay started repaying the favor. And so we haven't known each other for as long as other people in the chat here today, but I see a lot of potential for the both of us. And we just got Eric backstage. Welcome, Eric.
Don't talk about it yet. I'm giving it to you as a present.
How's it going? I only noticed recently that you've been getting back into the community.
I've always been here. It's been going through a tough patch, I guess.
No, what I'm saying is I didn't notice you on social media for months. And
Yeah,
this month
yeah.
I've seen you. I've seen you getting back onto YouTube.
Yeah, I kind of get mad at social media personalities and their view of Lego Star Wars, and they just gotta nitpick and look at every little detail, and it's like, come on, man.
Yeah, because
But,
if the Lego community is a whole can of worms, then the Lego Star Wars community is its own can of worms.
It's just, I don't know. Some of the views are kind of like, you're just saying it just to get people,
Yeah.
But yeah, I've always been doing stuff. It's just collecting and building up my my whole thing I got going.
And you're not going to trigger me about that today, Johnny, because I'm in too good of a mood to get mad about you for that. But people do trigger me on purpose as a playful joke by putting the S at the end of Lego.
Legos.
Yeah. Cheap says Fig and Bricks has the largest collection of Sig Figs. I can agree with that. Either him or the Brick Adjuster, because the Brick Adjuster used to put his Sig Figs on the Tower Bridge set, which is one of the bridges over the Thames River in
England?
London. But Fig and Bricks has just as big of a Sig Fig collection, if not bigger, because since Fig and Bricks has gone to so many conventions over the past 10 years, he was probably the first person I knew who was actively trading Sig Figs with people at Lego conventions. I think Brick Adjuster did a lot of Sig Fig trades via the mail. Which is why those two stand out for me with their Sig Fig collections. I'll come back to some stuff by Johnny, but I just wanted to say hello, Macro Bricks. Good to see you here. Mark's about to go on to go do some things with some other friends. So it's good to see you here in the chat before you go do that. So Mark asks, what's your favorite and worst memories in those 12 years? My favorite memories was probably when I got to 500 subscribers. Out of all the subscriber milestones, that was probably the one I most anticipated, because that was during the Rona, when there were more people online. Thus, there were more people to do social media stuff with before people sacrificed social media to go back to their jobs when they got their jobs back. So the events around my 500 subscribers was really special to me, and because I think I built the Daily Bugle as a result of 500 subscribers, and the Daily Bugle is arguably the most impressive set I've ever built. And my worst memory is probably all of the people that have been fucking assholes and have ghosted me from their lives, and that's happened twice. One was in 2017, one was last year, where a whole subgroup of friends just decided to ghost me, and those fucking assholes can go rot in hell. And I'll come back to what Johnny says. This is the part where Mayo ignores the sweets. No, the sweets. Not sure what that means. Question time is on the 30th minute of the stream. Well, if people are going to be active in the chat, then I'm going to answer them, and I'm going to go in depth with my answers. Mayo really saves up a lot of words to say on his lives. Absolutely, because where else am I going to vent that information? Jay asks, is the only way to get one of your sig figs to trade one at a convention or to win one with stream currency? Yes, because I refuse to do sig fig trades via the mail unless you've won a giveaway. And so people can buy tickets to enter the giveaway right now as you are commenting in the chat, and you can follow the Streamlabs commands of how to buy tickets to enter the giveaway.
Mayo.
I'll play it for you again, Johnny. You're going to say something?
Yeah. This train set that I'm showing you, I'm giving it to you for your anniversary. You got to walk me through sending it to you, though. I'll give you track. I'll give you...
What?
I don't have a transformer, the yellow dial. I do not have that, but I have track. Everything. This is a gift to you. I don't have the instructions. I might, but yeah. So happy anniversary, man. It's just, we got to get together later and tell me how to send it to you. It's just, when you are in Chicago, I'm like maybe 12 miles away from Brick World, and I have a hip problem. I'm actually, like, in 2 weeks, I'm getting it replaced at 35. So it sucks. But hopefully I get this hip done and I can actually see you people in life. But man, yeah. So yeah. That, and I also have 12 volt stuff too. I'll try to pull it out right now and show you. Lady, it's lost for words, ladies and gentlemen. This is, you're a good guy and you deserve, something nice. And mind you, it is the first 9-volt set I got when I was a kid. It's not the first. It's not the exact one. I got my exact one. This is my extra one.
I'm speechless.
I was thinking about giving you the yellow one. It's like, man, I like this one way too much. Ah.
I'm absolutely speechless.
But yeah. That's what happens when you're a Star Wars guy. You just start giving away your trains. Oh, tough crowd.
Wow.
But yeah, just go on, man. Keep talking.
Holy
I'm gonna start search for that other one.
holy shit. I'm gonna remember this forever.
Yeah, you should.
Oh my goodness. You know what? Just for that. Oh my goodness. I wanna just do something really quickly to illustrate why the Railway Express means so much to me. I am completely speechless. Where is it? Is it set 45? I think it's set 4559 or 45. No, it's 4561.
4858 or 455.
Yeah, it's
I gotta look
It's
up.
546. It's 5461.
I have the original box. You ain't getting that from me though.
No, because the boxes are too difficult. Let me just mute
Yeah, the box
myself.
is huge. Man,
Let me
back in the
just-
day when they gave you a box, they gave you a box.
Let me just mute myself for a second, and
Right.
while I try to set something up, and you can talk to the viewers.
All right, I'll talk about the ARC 170 because that is an awesome set I just built. It's an awesome set I just built, the ARC 170. It's smaller. It is. I enjoyed it a lot. And you get 4 minifigs with it, which is pretty awesome because we haven't had 3 of the minifigs, or all 4 of them we haven't had. So that's pretty good. Mind you, I'm looking for his 12 volt. But I used to be really big in Lego City, 9 volts. I grew up with it all. You know,
Okay.
1999.
Okay. Here we go.
Oop.
I'm gonna mute both of our mics while I do this. Just gonna make sure the volume's up. Yeah. I'm gonna mute both of our mics while we do this.
Yeah.
This is the Mr. Freeze train, set 4561. Is it the big Mr. Freeze or the little Mr. Freeze? Actually, you know, it's not the Mr. Freeze train, but that's what I like to call it because of the ice blue look it has. It has those trans light blue windows. It has the blue and white. It just reminds me of Mr. Freeze and what he would want to have. This is a train that was very readily available back in the day when it was out, and it still is. I think you can get $3 retail, and I remember they just made so many of them. They were overstocked, and it's a great train to get the track and the speed regulator because it came with a complete oval of track and the speed regulator to make the motor go, and it came with the motor. But it wasn't probably the best design, although it does have a lot of cool features. Cool features.
Yeah. Those are some of the reasons why I like the Mr. Freeze train.
But to tell you the truth, with Brixar, when I got back into Lego, right before COVID, actually, I was depressed at a auto parts store. And I was just so stressed out. And I just remembered I got all these trains and stuff from my childhood, all this Lego and stuff. My nephew was big into it. I was like, you know what? I'm going to start tinkering around with that instead of going out in the garage building my car and stuff like that. And, you know, I started searching YouTube about the trains or something like that. And Brixar was the GOAT. Like, that was the guy. that came up every time you searched 9-volt Lego train, and I would listen to his videos. I would watch him multiple times, and like that's the guy that like kind of motivated me more to collecting. And yeah, I mean, that's how much influence some people have, you know.
Yeah, so I'm going to continue reading the comments, and I'll put the.
Yeah, I'm looking for a train right now. So
Yeah. Oh, so you're trying to get it out, are you? Because if
Yeah.
we could see it in the flesh, that would be amazing.
Yeah.
So I'm going. So something that some people need to get in their head is if someone goes on their own conversation with another user on my streams, I'm not going to read it out because that's their conversations for themselves, and it is not relative to the story of my streams. Thus, it is not worth me going over it. So I'm just gonna. So whenever someone does that, I intentionally gloss over it because it's not relevant. General says
I'll try to answer stuff and talk with people. Mind you, yeah. So I'm new to all this kind of, but I want to do stuff like this.
The General says my first set was 6607 service truck when I was 5. That was how old I am. So I'm going to Google that. Lego
Adventures
07. Let's go to so that was a 1982 set. So that means you were also born like Hive.
Hey,
Hive.
I was born in '89.
Yeah, if I can talk, so that means you were also born the same year as Hive when Star Wars came out.
Okay.
Yes. I am live right now. When I'm done with these comments, I'll play it again, Johnny. Well, I do want to do more stuff about Star Wars in the future.
Oh yeah, I'm at 766 in the minifig count out of 1458. And that's only 3 years getting back into it.
Yeah, for some reason, I was never really interested in the Forestman's Crossing, probably because it was the last year, and I care more about the Forestman's River Fortress and the Camouflage Outpost. So I always glossed over Forestman's River Crossing, and I always paid lip service to the Forestman's Hideout. In all honesty.
I like the nostalgia factor behind it, where it's like a remake of an old one. Where that to me is awesome. I'm not
sure about that, Johnny, but I do know that it is Hoarder 66's favorite space theme, and it's my favorite space theme too. Johnny says my fave is the Yellow Castle. I cried when it broke. Took me two days to build it. Well, the Yellow Castle, contrary to popular belief, is not the original Lego Castle set. But I think when most people think about a Lego Castle, people define the Yellow Castle as the Lego Castle. For good and for bad. Hello, Brick Hive. So Brick Hive didn't to leave me a congratulation message because he already did so when I was on his Hive stream the other day. So because we have both the birds and the bees in the chat, let's do this.
Are you afraid of bees? They're only insects after all. I wouldn't care if hundreds were swarming around. I'd just blow smoke and make them buzz off. Buzz, 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 retorted Duck.
What's the buzz?
And I mentioned that that Hive already publicly congratulated me on my anniversary. After I get through these comments, I'm going to go through the comments of of people that commented on my actual anniversary video. So we'll go through them as well. I think we got 14 of them. Well, if some people who have access to the invitation, or if anyone who doesn't wants to request to come on, I'm not gonna stop them talking about Star Wars, particularly now that we have Eric on the panel and I am now qualified to actually touch Lego, which I said I was going to.
Qualified. Oh yeah, you can do that now.
Yeah, qualified as in my own rules that I invented at the start of the stream. No, you did not miss the Monster Fighters giveaway. I do not own a single thing from the Monster Fighters theme. The closest thing I have Monster Fighters related is when I bought the Series 14 CMFs as a complete used collection on eBay about 5 years ago. I really like the zombie cheerleader, and it's the zombie cheerleader and
groomsman.
the
Is there a groomsman and a bride? I think.
Yeah, there's some zombie
Oh, that's in
characters.
the set, isn't it?
Yeah, there are zombie characters. You did not miss the Monster Fighters giveaway. No, sorry. Yeah, sorry. Because there was none, but I believe Zissou has already bought tickets to enter the giveaway that we'll be doing for the last Saturday of the month, as I promised. So, once again, if you haven't already bought tickets to enter the giveaway, you can follow. Actually, no, sorry. I know why Zissou has not bought tickets to enter the giveaway, and he knows why I know, because of a decision he made that he needs to reverse that decision if he wants to enter said giveaway.
I'm back in the chat.
I had to correct myself there. Zissou was being very sneaky. And whether people realize it or not, that's actually a cryptic comment that only Zissou and I would understand. Good evening, Mikey J Productions. Good to see you back again. Haven't seen you active in the community lately, so it's good to see you back again. So let me continue on. So how I got to know Brick Hive is I was doing streams with. Hang on. This would be better. So instead of me telling you guys right now how I got to know Brick Hive, I would instead tell you to go watch Brick Hive stream, where I told the story on his Hive stream that he did on Thursday. I think it was that he did on Thursday. I'll just tell you to go watch that instead after this stream. So how I got to know Mikey, I think that was also a part of the Clicking Cliff family tree. I think that was also part of that, and I'm on record saying that he has the greatest fleet of Lego pirate ships on YouTube.
This is an awesome thing you can do. Those things are really hard to come by.
Pirate ships are hard to acquire. Yeah. And I don't know what's happening, whether you're moving furniture, but there's loud noise getting picked up on your mic that is honestly kind of annoying.
Sorry. His phone's. I can put you on my headset. Hold on.
Yeah, there's a lot of external mic, and I'm really
Got you.
And I'm really
I'm here to get my headset. Sorry.
And I'm really antsy about people's mic quality and stuff going on in the background. I have no idea what that's referencing, Zissou. Even though you said it, I already forgot it. And General remembers that train. I've actually made videos about the Duplo Thomas this year, and one of them got to 27,000 views. So what Adpocalypse was in 2018 when YouTube was cracking down on what channels get the monetization. They ended the monetization of a lot of small channels, and that's where they came up with the standards to be monetized on YouTube. And so because of that, they established thresholds you had to meet to qualify to make money on your videos. And for a lot of said people who were no longer qualified, they just outright quit YouTube. They just outright quit. Eric can answer that question when his device reconnects. I don't have a lot of thoughts. I would never eat a can of worms. That's a live stream. I'm moving forward. That's what I do to binge watch videos. True dat. You should, and you just commented. Good to see you back in the community, Ingrid. Ingrid was another person who I met because of the Clicking Cliff family tree. You know what? I'm going to rename family tree to the friendship tree as far as social media goes. Yeah. Let's get a friendship tree trending. That's the Dreams Village, which is my favorite Dreams set. Thanks for the congratulations. Eric's back. If that was when my jaw dropped, I almost did feel like doing so. What train would you like to see instead? Because I'd be happy to pull up the Metroliner since it's my favorite. I prefer just to read online instructions. 000. I couldn't. I was. And you know what? If you tell Cliff to come watch this stream, encourage him to rewind to where I was frozen. Because once upon a time, I was frozen on a live stream. Oops, that's the wrong slide. This is it.
Mayo is frozen on the stream. That is so hilarious. Look at him. Everybody's talking. He's frozen. Super focus, Mayo. Super focus. Look at him. Yep. If you move, you gotta give us Lego.
Let's get back. Because of that error, I lost my place. That was the biggest plot twist of the year so far. Maybe it was. The set on screen right now. I do. I'm trying to. Thank you very much. I might have to. That was the best news so far this year.
Wow, man, we're only 10 days in, man.
So, Eric, now that you're back, Johnny had a question for you earlier.
Yes.
Let me try and locate that question. Yes.
I was just looking and I couldn't see it.
That's the question for you, Eric. You have to look at the screen. Sorry, he's dropped out. I think he's having a lot of technical difficulties, which means his connection warrants one of these. Eric's back.
Okay, so
okay, I'll bring this up again.
does Eric have a throne raptor pit and palace? Yes, I do. Actually, I have two of them, and I try to do like a little mock with it where I made like a little stairway and try to add it to my Tatooine mock. It's still in the process. I'll show it to you if you want. My camera is not the best. So
That's not gonna happen, Johnny. Hey, Cobb! Thank you for wishing me a happy anniversary. You know, I'm not a Star Wars fan, but I'm a sucker for tier lists, which is why I enjoyed the tier list episode of ACOB yesterday. I actually tweeted on X my tier list, which we'll go over soon in this I made sure to tweet it before the ACOB poll about it expired. People saying hello to each other. Hello, never too old for Lego. What's up? Congrats, Mayo, on your Mayo. You're the man. Hope for another 12 years. I hope YouTube still exists in 12 years. Exactly. Everyone, don't forget to smash that like button, because if you don't do so, YouTube will view that my channel is getting less results, and if it's getting less results, my channel will slowly die. And if my channel dies, then I have no reason to exist on YouTube anymore. So do everything possible to avoid that. I'll play it again because I'm so far behind.
Paradisa, Paradisa, sun is shining all day.
And
Are you afraid of bees? They're only insects after all. I wouldn't care if hundreds were swarming around. I'd just blow smoke and make them buzz off. Buzz, 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 retorted Duck.
What's the buzz?
Hive was here earlier. He is lurking. You can use the exclamation mark lurk, and Streamlabs will have a cute little message for you. Where are we? We are miraculously actually catching up here in chat. That's not my prerogative. I can care about whatever I want to care about. Adpocalypse and copper is not the same thing. Going as fast as I can. I'll bring up the Metro liner. Good night, Ingrid. I think we're actually caught up in the chat now. So now I'm gonna because Eric has technical difficulties. Now I am no longer qualified to touch bricks, to touch Lego. And actually, he just came back. I think your connection is highly unstable. Oh, you actually got the railway.
It's me.
You actually got the railway express.
I keep hitting the back button instead of hitting the little arrow button. But just to show you, this is what I'll add on with you.
Wow, that's one of the 4.5 volt train sets. Try rotating your camera to be horizontal, so that we can see it better. And as you're showing us those awesome trains, I'm going to set up my camera.
This is the original box that I've had since 95.
That set came out in 1999.
All right, 99. Okay.
Which was actually before I was even conceived.
Yep, it just makes me feel great and old. And yeah, that's your present.
Which is amazing.
So yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not going to give you the box though. Okay.
No, the box is too precious and expensive.
But yeah, this is the whole little area. I mean, my entire basement is filled with that Ewok Village with my awesome Ford Lego. My little work area where I watch ACOB and MNR and Tyler Life Bricks and Mayo and a lot of YouTube Lego.
And that's because every one of those people except me are Star Wars fans.
Yay! Yeah. Wait. Yeah.
Well, now that we've seen your trains, I'm going to
Your trains, actually, yours. So
I have some other news. I bought myself a trolley cart.
oh, yeah, we're from America, man. Those are like that's just a bag with a handle on it.
I bought myself a trolley cart so I can move my Lego around the house. And so after I put everything back from when I was sorting Lego over the holidays, I was sick and tired of having to walk Lego, carrying it around the house. So I coughed up the money to make life easier. And so yeah, this is my new trolley cart, and I wanna group some of the Lego together, just to make more space inside, because there are some of these drawers that need reorganizing, and we might go over some of the stuff in my drawers today. So I'm going to move this forward, and I'm going to group. Eric's gone again. Well, that's not happening now. So while Eric comes back, I'm going to go and we're gonna read the comments, if I can remember how to do this.
Guys, I should really make a reading your comments video. Great job. This is the best thing I've ever seen since yesterday.
Good. What high praise, man. What a great comment.
Too much cliffhanger, not enough story, craves more story, am very sad.
I'm very sad, dude.
So he was scarped.
I've been scarped before. It's not fun.
Okay, let me go and share these comments. Some of it got held. So let's go down to the bottom. Most of these are on my 12-year anniversary stream. Sorry, on my 12-year anniversary precursor video that I actually uploaded on the day of my 12-year anniversary. I've got a more fully fledged celebratory video coming out on Sunday, Monday, however. So just making sure. Yeah. So on my big channel update, sorting Lego Black Friday 900 subs live stream status video, Kundra said, we are all around here at time. We got other commitments, but here anytime can be till age 105, connecting, looking at Lego content on the phone. I'm going to give heart that and say, that's me online in a nutshell. Then when I was reacting to the comments when I fell asleep on my stream, Mark says, nope, I got all 50 hours done. We can get my fact check over in aisle 5. I thought you told me it was only 39. Maybe you streamed for 50, but you slept for 11 or something. Maybe that's where I got it wrong. I'm going to reply. Perhaps a future watch party, backstage or something. And then these are all on my 12-year anniversary. So let me refresh YouTube Studio and respond to this. So Grumpy J says, congrats on 12 years of YouTube. And a lot of these are going to be generic answers because they were generic comments. Some people put more heartfelt responses into their answers, so they'll get more time for me. And I believe that YouTube has AI replies now, but I think that's only on the phone, not on the computer version yet. So some of these, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to heart the more generic congratulations and respond to the more heartfelt ones. So Grumpy J said, congrats, 12 years on YouTube. Jay's Bucket says, 12 years, congrats. Ben's Brick Design said, congrats, mate. Clicking Cliff said, nice, congrats. Actually, YouTube AI is giving me some recommendations for some of these people. Nate Mr. Blue says, congratulations, Mayo, on your 12-year anniversary. Clever Pig says, congrats and happy anniversary. Seth Bland says, happy anniversary. Quite an accomplishment. Miss Amby says, happy anniversary, Mayo. And the rest of them went into a little bit more into theirs. So Hoarder66 says, still think I should have done that Mayo Nays series, missed opportunities. Do you mean I as in you or I as in me because you wanted me to do that idea, but it's been difficult for me to find the appropriate format for that video concept. And Eric's coming back. So Cooper Toplow said, well, MH, I can hear my stream on your end. You need to mute something.
Do you hear me?
I can hear you, but I can also hear me coming out of your mic.
Still?
Testing, 1, 2, 3, still there. You need to mute the YouTube broadcast of this live.
That's it. Yep, that's it, isn't it?
Or you need to close the YouTube browser.
There it is.
Testing,
Better.
1, 2, 3. It's still there.
Give me a sec.
So Cooper Toplow, well, mayohosko, that is quite a milestone. Congrats on 12 years on YouTube. Not many people last this long, but I did. Joel's Brick said, happy anniversary, Mayo. 12 years is crazy. Congrats, bro. It's been the craziest 12 years of my life. Lego Team, actually no, I'm gonna save that one for last. Actually, Black Ops Drone 797 says, I got here and the video was posted 13 hours ago. That has nothing to do with what I said in this video. All YouTube videos are on demand if they're public. Thus, anyone can watch any video at any time. When you watch any video is irrelevant to the creator. What matters is you watched. I get real snarky at those types of comments. Johnny says, happy 12th birthday, Mayo. What cake did you ask for? I like ice cream or rainbow or butter cake with lemon icing, nom nom. I didn't ask for a cake because because Halloween is my half birthday. So I decorate a mud cake with spider web icing. I get my fill of cake on Halloween. Contra says, big happy 12 years, mate. Very cool indeed. I wish I had started my channel 12 years ago, back when I first started following a bunch of users. Without you, Mayo, I would have never have got to be on live streams over the last 3 years, and then it was great meeting you in person. The people who I treasure most in the community are those who I met in person, like yourself. Thank you for being a friend and buying / trading Lego from me. And then the last one was Lego Team B. For the much shorter than 12-year time frame that we've been enjoying YouTube, it's been an honor to meet and engage with the Lego YouTube royalty that is mayohosko. I am definitely, let's get this right, not on top of the community, but for the bottom rung and the Lego YouTube middle class, I am, how should I say this? I have been written into folklore. That's why I changed my slogan to relevancy is currency. Without me, there is a void. Without everyone around me, I am nothing. And those were all of the comments. There we go. And Eric is gone, and we're down to one viewer. We've killed the stream. We have absolutely killed the stream. I think we hit a peak of 15 viewers, and they all went away. I don't know what the fuck happened. I don't know what the fuck happened. So if you're still out there, can someone tell me what the fuck happened? Because I'd like to know. I would like to know what the fuck happened. I'm just doing a little bit of an internal investigation to try and discover what the fuck happened. Because I'm doing a little bit of scouting to see if I can get to the bottom of what happened. Yeah, I suspect we had a lot of one and done commenters. Hello, Liam. Says congrats on 12 years. Thank you very much. I think the story of you, of how I got to know you was correct me if I'm wrong, but was it because of was it because of ACOB? That's probably another friendship tree I can add to the equation, along with the Briggsar tree and the Clicking Cliff tree was the ACOB tree. Or it's possible that we just had a bunch of viewers who go to bed way too early. It was very nice, Johnny. Brick Trains doesn't have a tree because Brick Trains is a branch of the Briggsar tree. Because Brick Trains was, like me and BFAB, who was here earlier, a commenter on Briggsar's videos. Same with Mardi Gras Man 23. And because what happens is you watch someone for a while, you start commenting on their videos, you comment even more, that prompts direct messages between different people on YouTube, and ideas about collaborations are established, and then you get products like the A4 podcast born out of that process I just talked about. That's not poor Brick Trains. That's the truth. Brick Trains, I knew Brick Trains on YouTube when he used his Joey Jones account. And because he started uploading videos about his train collection, whether it was Lego trains or Lionel O-scale trains, he changed his channel name to Brick Trains and established himself as a content creator and established those connections with higher ups, like how I established connections with people higher ups, and thus have collaborated with people higher up. So there's actually a lot of overlap of how Brick Trains and myself came to be, which is why I can relate to Brick Trains. Is why he respects me and I respect him. I'm not sure. You'll have to ask him about that when I'm finished going live. I do want to buy most of the Formula One sets. I want to get that Friends set that goes along with the Unity Street and the Main Street set. I want to get the Blacktron Renegade, because that'll go with the neoclassic version of the Galaxy Explorer. I'm waiting for the Space Monorail. That's when I'm going to buy a bunch of the big expensive sets, whenever that comes out. What about it is I want to buy it. Yeah, so I think I think why we lost 80% of the viewers is because a combination of old people who go to bed early, one and done commenters, and people who have moved on to the competition. And now that I am here alone, I feel so dejected, because when I'm on my own, I am a terrible streamer. And once again, I'm doing a stream like this. And I've honestly come to expect putting out a public invitation and people not utilizing the opportunity, which is why I would prefer to do streams with a co-host, which is why I retired from the Real Ho Egg stream because I am looking for a co-host. I'm not going to do regularly scheduled streams without a co-host. This was a special occasion stream, and so that's why I wanted to do this. And I got a lot of the pleasantries from my friends in the community. Honestly, I want to scream my head off in frustration. Whoa. Whoa. That's dumb. Oh, okay. I'm not sure about anyone else who is on Instagram, but for some reason, when you upload a reel that has that has music, where that has music through the Instagram software, sometimes because of the music you use, it gets blocked by Russia and Belarus. Like every time I've gotten the notification from Instagram that your video or your reel has been removed in a region due to copyrighted music, it's always from Russia and Belarus is where that's blocked. So I don't know why, but I guess Russia and Belarus have something against the Instagram music license, or it's easy for the actual record labels to what's the phrase? I'm trying to think of a phrase. There's a loophole in the Russia and Belarusian laws where it circumvents the music license agreement that Instagram has with the different record labels. I don't know why. That's just weird. That's just weird. I always think it's cute when that happens because that just shows how flawed their governments are. Anyway, enough about that. I need to check something else very quickly because I got notifications on. Oh yeah, that was just people who left a comment. As I was reading through the comments, Johnny G has a knack for doing that. I think it's because he's desperate for me to read his comments when he knows that he hasn't commented on the video beforehand. But I specifically saved not replying to comments on that video because I wanted to do that on this stream. And we did it. We did it. Yeah, so... Oh, we got Eric back again.
Is it echoing?
And let me test that. No echo.
Yeah. Oh, yes. Oh.
So some serious shit must have been happening on your end.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. His phone, man. His phone, headset, finding a good spot. Yeah. But yeah, I'm here.
So did you switch to the computer?
No. My computer is as difficult as my phone.
Well, so what are you using now?
This is my phone and a headset I got off my Xbox. It works.
Well, so it's proper a gaming tech then.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
I got it on sale on Amazon for $8. Does what it's meant to do.
Yeah, you know what? Something I don't understand is when you're in a group a group chat and you let people know about something, and
Yeah.
then when you execute on your social media whatever you let them know about, even though they engaged with it in the group post or in the group chat, sometimes they just don't engage with it when you actually do it on social media. And and I've just come across 2 people who did that practice, and now I'm just going to wonder what the fuck are they doing for the rest of for the rest of the night now.
I mean, it's a Friday. Stuff happens. I get
Yeah.
sidetracked a lot. I have ADD really bad, and I can't focus to save the life of me. So I have to do like certain things.
Yeah, there's valid. Yeah, because I know potential reasons why, and I know those reasons are valid, but still,
Hey, I know, I understand.
I just don't understand some people. Because I am so rigidly planned.
I'm not. Can you tell?
Yes, I am so rigidly planned with everything I do on social media, because if I'm going to upload or post anything, there's a reason for it.
Yeah.
Because
I used to be the same way.
yeah, because I don't do things just to fill the air. And if I ever feel like I need to fill the air, I then try to be informative if I feel said air.
Yeah, I notice that a lot with you. You do communicate quite well. I'm working on it. Something that I've discussed with many people. It's like, it's nothing against you guys. I'm sorry. Like, my mind will be there one second, out the other. But we all have our flaws, and at the end of the day, you work together. To get over it.
I just find it so fascinating, because I know
it's just human behavior.
Yeah, I know
I
know it's human behavior, and I'm cut from a different cloth.
This is fascinating.
See you later, Liam. Because I'm cut
Take
from
it easy, Liam.
No, sorry. Did I say cut from a better cloth? No, I said I'm cut from a different cloth. But that cloth may or not be better than everyone else's cloth.
Oh yeah, never is.
Yeah. And so
you never know until you use it.
Yeah, and so, well,
or need it.
And Dave, you're doing all this gambling. You might want to buy tickets to enter the giveaway again. I've still got to.
I gambled today.
I've still got to mail your prize that you won this time last year. I'm so slow with the mail.
I'm. I don't know how to do it much. I mean,
I'm about a year behind with the mail.
Ooh, man, you need to work on that, Mayo. Man.
Yeah. Like, I am not rigidly planned with the mail, but I'm rigidly planned on social media.
Social media is. Yeah, I'm a social person. Like, in character, you get me on a subject, I will talk to you forever. I want to know what drives you towards it, what what's your goals with it, and what's your like fuel for it. Yeah. I like being social with people. Yeah. And being a car guy from a Lego guy, car guys are just social people. They go cruise, talk, and that's their life. Lego people, we're in rooms like this, so this is our socialing.
because driving a car and repairing a car takes a long time, and one of the best ways to enjoy driving and enjoy fixing a car is talking about cars with other people. Because that's what car people do.
Like, we have Cars and Coffee here every Sunday, and they just gather at Starbucks or Dunkin' Donuts, and just everyone all over Chicagoland, and it's crazy. Chicago has a really bad street racing problem, by the way. I like it, but it's become dangerous in a sense. They do like these takeovers, and it's spam. But I'm kind of glad I'm not out there because of my problem I've been having, but I'm sad I'm not.
Yeah, so I'm pretty sure I have explained the backstory of how I got into contact with with every single person. Actually,
Which
I
is
don't-
amazing. You remember it and you
Actually, I
document
don't
it in
think
your
I-
head, man. That's
actually,
awesome.
I don't think I did that with 2-4. I think 2-4 was also part of well, he was part of someone else's someone else's friendship tree, but I forget which friendship tree that was with. So I'll have to ask if 2-4 can jog my memory about that soon. Probably the reason why it's not reacting to you, Dave, is because there's a cooldown. With the software, there's a cooldown. I'm not sure if I can get that cooldown removed or anything. Yeah, but like I was gonna talk about, like I've had some things loaded up on Brickset for almost 24 hours, and we just got totally distracted by things that were going on in the chat, and now since we're down to and pretty soon we'll be at 0 viewers. We're gonna cap this stream at 2 hours.
Yeah, that perfectly fine.
Because with a combination of people going to bed, one and done viewers, and people who just got bored.
Yeah,
their minds.
I apologize that.
Yeah, people who just got bored out of their minds, they all went away. And so you know what, this is, and I wouldn't be talking about any of this if you weren't here right now.
I would love to hear it. Yeah, man. Let's talk. I mean, I'm here.
Yeah, like no, what I'm saying is I wouldn't have extended this by 22 minutes right now if you weren't here. I would have just ended because when I see the viewers plummet and the comments dry up, I just quit and end it unless I have co-hosts, and that's why I don't do regular streams because my co-hosts they all left me to taste their dreams. That's exactly what we're doing, Johnny, and I like to finish my streams on round numbers.
You know what? Hear me out. Let's test the waters. Let me ask you questions. Give me some answers, and let's just see if we can produce some people.
Well, we've got to fill the air for the next 7 minutes, and then,
okay,
and then we're getting out of here.
Mayo, when you were in Brick World Chicago, what was your first impressions? You know, coming into or O'Hare or Midway? Did you come in?
O'Hare.
Yeah, that's how long of a flight was it?
24 hours.
24 hours. Wow. And I mean, right there, it's dedication. You love the hobby and come all the way 24-hour flight to visit a toy show. It speaks a lot about the product that we're into and everything like that. What it's turned into. I mean, back in 2004, they're going under, you know, and to turn around by just promoting creativity, that speaks a lot. Not a lot of people do that anymore. And I watch a lot of streams and it's like they forget the creativity factor. Maybe they leave out the perfect piece for a reason. And
so Chicago actually, Brick World Chicago actually exceeded my expectations because the private days were 3 days.
Yeah, I wish I could get there, man. Like I'd be there from start to finish, but yeah, I hit problems getting it replaced in 2 weeks.
So many conventions only have 1 private day for setup. Chicago is so big that it has 3.
It's not that big. You cover the whole area in one night.
No, I'm talking about.
I know. I get you.
It's so big. it's so big in a sense.
venue.
It takes some of the lugs 3 days to set up.
Oh yeah, I mean those masterpieces of art. Yeah, it's gonna take a while, and it's kudos for the people that crunch doing it, man. It's just someday I wish, or I hope that I can get there and do something special like that, because I don't know, I just enjoy this. It gives me nostalgia, peace. It gives me calm, and I enjoy Star Wars actually a lot. So
Yeah.
at a time, I turned my back to it.
Which is why some people were asking you Star Wars questions.
Yeah, hey.
Yeah. And so yeah, and so you know what? Probably when you made my jaw drop, that might have also sent some other people packing, but it was worth it.
But you know what? You deserve it, man. Like somebody that comes in this day in, day out, and you know how many people you influence, but you know it doesn't matter. You're doing what you love, you know, and you speak from your heart, and you know you're not afraid to say anything about your life that you know some people would consider, oh, I can't say that or whatever, because whatever. And we need more of that.
Yeah, I do, because I try to be authentic. And some people this week of my 12-year anniversary celebration have actually applauded me for speaking my mind.
Yeah.
There is a whole bunch of stuff I don't say. For friendship and political reasons.
Don't even get started with that.
There are people on social media who are unapologetic
because they don't need to be.
In which political candidates they like, which politicians they like. And since we're ending this stream, that's why I'm going to briefly talk about it. I like certain people, but I know that my friends like the opposition. So that's why when it comes to politics on the mayohosko channel, which is vastly different from my Twitter burner accounts, I try to be as neutral as possible.
I just try to stay out of politics. I got hippie friends that talk about politics all the time, and
which is why I tend more to focus on philosophy than policy, because we know which people create which policy.
I like stuff from that's not the drama and hate in this world. You know, I like that stuff.
I'm a sucker for that. I'm a sucker for that drama.
Hey, don't be a sucker for it, because you just wind up in the same place you began at.
Yeah. So before we get on out of here, I'm going to say thank you to Brother from Another Brick, yourself, Eric, YOLO X, Grumpy J, General Trons Bricks, Zisu, Dario, Dave, Team B, who else? Seth, Glitch Penguin, Jelly Brick Builds. Sorry about that. Dino Hunter 10, Haley Bricks, Cheap Ass Bricks. Who else? Johnny G, Jay's Bucket, Mark. Who else? Hive, Mikey. I think that was Ingrid. Sean from ACOB.
That was a good guy.
2-4. Yeah, we actually shared some great memories at Brickworld Chicago last year.
Yeah, and I want to meet everyone in person that like I try to chat to all the time. It's like, oh, come on, I'm really funny in person.
Liam. Who else? Yeah, that was everyone. So thank you for watching this stream today. It is appreciated. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and ring that notification bell. I'll see you on my next live stream, which will be the last Saturday of the month, where we give away the sig fig. Thank you for watching this stream. Goodbye, everybody. If I wanted to get more off my chest, I would.
Mayo, contact me because I need to talk to you.
Stop.
Okay.
If I said what I really wanted to say right now, 50% of my subscribers would unsubscribe right now. So before I get myself into trouble, good night, everybody.